I see your DM only now, Pookies. I was very focused just on watching these 5-minute candlesticks, like zero idea about anything going on. But yeah, I just DM'd you back. It should be better now. There we go. So for anybody who is then tuning into not the Discord, we're looking at HPE and LULU earnings here. And for HPE, we have key resistance at 22.66, basically looking for a break of that, ideally with a 5-minute candle closure, and then coming back to that level to flip it into a support, aiming for 24 and 27. And then basically below 22, it would become too risky to remain in that. Having some downside levels at 1894 and 1649. That's really just in a nutshell everything you need to know about HPE. And LULU looks bullish, at least so far, but this can easily turn around and then come to say 329.10. And if it does continue, I mean, I'd expect some resistance around 416. That would be a very excellent spot to maybe pay yourself if you are long on this. At least maybe take something. Maybe not, right? Charlie, is that on Discord that you say you got no video? Or is that the YouTube stream you're trying to follow? There you go. Thanks for putting that in there, Mr. Porter. Discord. Is this stream actually visible to some of you guys? I constantly have that, by the way. I constantly am following Discord streams, and after like 10 minutes, boom, it starts. Like I literally have that with every single analyst, where it's like 10 minutes of ongoing, and then boom, it's off, and I just kind of have to follow along. First mover advantage. I mean, I guess so. Not really liking that HPE is just consolidating here. Ideally, you want to see some volume pick up and get this above 22.66. For now, it seems like LULU is the more interesting one. Actually, let's see the earnings calendar on Nasdaq. What else does have its earnings today? There was definitely more and more interesting stuff as well. IoT is something that I remember from prior earnings. I want to maybe put on a third chart here. HP Enterprise stock rises on earnings. CEO says it's doing AI in a disciplined way. That's great, but still got to get above 22.66. Otherwise, this can easily flush below 19 bucks. And that's a $3 move, right? So let's see. IoT, Samsara. That's a good name. I remember that name. Let's maybe go low time frame on this as well. Ooh, that is a large, big 13% nuke there from its earnings. Maybe good that we check this. Where could we do some business for IoT? Maybe around 45.16. That's a good place. Maybe around 39.78. Some sub $40 stop losses. I mean, yeah, you can give me some of those. This is starting to look already really nice, right? So typically what happens, you get this big nuke. Then like literally what I said earlier to the people on Discord, you get a bit of upside consolidation, then bang, another nuke. A little bit of upside consolidation, then bang, another nuke. If you're starting to make like bullish divergences on these lows, then the lower it goes with bullish divergences, the more it can squeeze back to the upside. So I'm gonna put myself some alerts for IoT below 40 bucks, to be honest with you guys. So if this wants to get out a lot of longs, I'm interested to take it from here then. Let's see. And just looking at HPE, this is looking like it's probably going to want to squeeze all the way down to 1894 because, like I said, the 5-minute candle closure is really very, very, very important. At this point, it's no longer a double top, right? It's a triple top. That doesn't really make the bull case in the short term a lot better. And I'm not saying this will happen, but this is quite indicative of what could also happen here on Lulu, right? So getting in from here seems like a very, very, very bad idea, to be honest. From lower short, that's then a nice move. So I think for IoT, it could be just basically as simple as placing an alert below $45 and below $40 and seeing how far they take it, right? Because this is likely not it yet. It's likely gonna go lower. Want to see some kind of double bottom action with some bullish divergences, then trade it back up to say 50 at the very least. 50, 52, 54. I mean, this is a big, big, big elevator down. Let's see. What time range do you like for earnings chart? Very good question. So I like my levels to come from higher time frames. So I like my levels to come from, say, anywhere like quarterly time frame, monthly, weekly, sometimes daily. Worst case, like hourly or 4 hourly. And then I basically just put it on a 5 minute time frame. And I look on the 5 minute time frame how price action is respecting those levels from a higher time frame, basically. That is, to put it short. So 5 minute time frame, I really like to follow along. I also like to basically enter day trades or scalps based on 5 minute candlestick closures within kill zones. And if you want to learn more about how to do that, that is also part of what I teach in my coaching program. Some people here are part of that, and I see definitely multiple names that I've not seen ever before. So if you're interested in some of that, consider. If I wasn't a bad multitasker, I'd be putting my links all over the chat, but I gotta ask Porter maybe to do that. I don't have my ATEX device with me. I'm also just really gonna focus on these charts. So IoT, I want to put that on the watch list. You just gotta visualize it already a bit before it happens, right? So tomorrow it's somewhere between 10 and 11 a.m. New York time. I'm getting some alerts for IoT. This thing has just nuked below 45 or $40. We're getting back above, and before you know it, I'm looking to play the move back from 40 to 45 or back from 45 to 50. But here and right now is not the place to do anything, right? When I see some, like I said, some double bottom action with some bullish divergences on RSI to kind of build that case for a bounce. Yep. Looks like we got below 22 again in 21.7. So big little bump and dumperino here. This just shows you how easy it is to blip something up just to take it back down. There he is, king of the charts, Mr. Porter on YouTube. I appreciate that, sir. Anything else here? Let's see. We have Lulu, IoT, Viva Systems. This seems like it has a big market cap, but I don't know the stock. So maybe I gotta take a look. All I could really do here for HPE is put myself an alert at $19 and at let's say 22.7, and anything in between that is not really short term of my concern. So let's take a look at Viva. What are we looking at with this chart? Ooh, doesn't look bad just on first sight, right? Actually looks like a bit of a bull market chart. Maybe is this ready for 280s or so? This is actually a very, 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 very nice looking chart. I've seen this many times. That's probably coming to kind of test this level here. So this neckline here, right? Take that level 280. 280 flat. Where can I get myself an entry on this, for example, tomorrow? Maybe just keep it simple on the previous stops, right? Let's see. So I'm definitely most certainly smashing any buttons right now, but I'm very interested for this to play the move from 236.9 to 280. That is immediately obvious to me. So if we're going to close and gap up above 236.9, That's a level that I'm limit bidding for Viva Systems, ticker VEEV. And you're basically looking for a move, about a $40 move, so you can work with a $20 stop, something like that. So 236.9, that's going to be my entry. And like you guys, I've never ever looked at this chart ever in my life before, and this didn't take long to come to an entry, right? So I'll be sending that limit bid in tomorrow if we gap up and close above that. So let's see. Stop loss around. Yeah. I mean, gotta put it somewhere, right? Gotta put it somewhere. So 217.3 can be a good stop loss with an entry at 236.9, but that is not now, right? Not after hours. I don't want to have this pull a little HPE on us, something like this, where it just immediately puts longs offside. Nope. So anyways, it's gonna have to give me a retest as well. Like common question, what are you gonna do if the price does not get back to that line? I mean, maybe I'll get a good setup from higher, but generic answer would be absolutely nothing, right? I would just let it go to 280. It's not because I think it goes there that I need to be a part of it, because if this goes up and if this gaps up somewhere at 250s, and then what am I gonna do long from there for a $30 move to the upside, and then basically work with a very bad risk reward and then stop out somewhere here and then the price reverse on me? No, just I'm only interested in playing this range to the upside from 236.9 to 280. And actually, for now, right, this is the cleanest setup that I've seen out of any of these charts, followed by that break and retest of 22.66 by HPE, and then the double bottom and go for IoT, basically. Those three I like the most. Lulu, I feel like I've got less of a grip on this because I've never been in this, and this is not a place where I would want to be entering this. This is humorous. I've got the loading raring of doom on YouTube. I mean, hate to hear it, Charlie. Hate to hear it. Anything else? Because Viva definitely that's a watch list. That's a watch list ad. So I mean that covers a lot of them already, right? So maybe blip back to HPE for a second. Not really doing all too much. Anyways, it's going to be easier to keep up to date with this. I'm going to get my alerts. What's up, Mr. Duco? How are you doing, man? So far, looking at Lulu with the big pump from the close. HPE with the move to the downside after hitting key resistance. Then IoT with the nuke to the downside, some levels of interest below us. And in the middle here, Viva Systems with the long trade idea. Let's see. Have a look at Bitcoin for a second. Are we back above 100K yet? Oh, not really, right? I was, I mean, let's put on the Twitter for a second. Let's see. To me, it was kind of like almost even obvious that after seeing that double top above 100K that we were going to get back below at least 100K. So I guess everybody got what they wanted. We've seen 100K for Bitcoin, but now we're just back below. So I'd be very careful with this here, to be honest with you guys. Just, I'm not going to make this a crypto stream or anything, right? And I'm also not saying that we're topped out for the cycle, because we're probably going way higher. But this is definitely a candlestick here on the daily, right? If you just look at this, if this is going to be the wick, and if we close something like this, I can tell you guys that immediately now tomorrow is going to be a good buy, right? Maybe we do come down and retest something serious like 85,000 or so. And I wouldn't wouldn't attempt to short it from here, especially if you're not backed by like a good allocation of spot Bitcoin, but just an FYI, right? Just even maybe it's sometimes important to have someone state the obvious for you, right? You just went above 100,000, you're back below. You want to see at the very, very, very least a couple of consecutive daily closes then above 100K before even thinking about taking it to 110, 120, right? You got to kind of respect that for resistance until proven differently. And I'm just here to tell you your support is basically at 85 and at 75. So it is what it is, right? For the people who are entering Bitcoin here for the first time in their life ever, I mean, to some degree, you would even, how can I say this? You kind of even need a little bit of a welcome to crypto experience. If this is the first time ever buying Bitcoin, then what happens? Well, in a week or so, you're down 20% and you call it a scam, and then it bumps back to 120K. Then you buy again at 120K, goes back to 110, rinse, repeat, right? You want to be at the opposite end of that spiral, which basically has it wrong. So I'm personally looking at 85 and 75 as some very nice levels to get myself more of this stuff at better prices. And then alternatively, it's going to need to really cleanly flip that 100K level, right? Not just blip into it and then close back below it. That's not immediately great short term, like for the next day or two, right? Short term. Obviously, bigger picture, you zoom out and you realize that, yeah, we really got our hands on the future of finance, right? But it's not a good buy when it feels like opportunity. You almost need the market to feel really, really bad, like come down somewhere to 85K or 75K with no sign of any kind of a bid in the order book. That is when it's actually an opportunity to get your hands on more, for example, right? It's not because Sailor is buying here every single day billions that is feasible for a mere mortal as well. I think we need to be a little bit more picky and not be blindsided by the fact that he is market buying like maybe a little bit even too aggressively here at the top. I mean, I'm not sure who is the MicroStrategy advisor, but buying every single week at market price at the top, basically for publicity, is is just not necessary. It's just not necessary. Anyways, those were my thoughts on Bitcoin. Those are some levels. Hope that helps you as well. You are the MicroStrategy advisor, Mr. Farouk. I was hired by Nikki. Seems plausible, man. Seems plausible. Anyways. Mm, 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 mm. I think I'm just gonna, before I forget it, I need to put myself an alert on Viva because I got so much on my mind that I could just forget this. And if I have an alert there, I can't forget it because then I will know when we come back to that price. So that's 236.9. For IoT, I have my alerts at 45.16 and 39.78. For HPE at 22.66 to the upside, and that just slightly below $19 to the downside. And that's primarily it, right? Lulu is one thing that I'm personally not going to trade. To anybody who is long, congratulations and good luck on taking this higher, but can't allocate to everything, right? So this is not my personal pick. I need my monies to buy this here and here, right? When it doesn't feel to everybody in the chat anymore like this is the place where you want to basically get in. And then, of course, like I said, some godlike reversal to 175K after a good dip, that would be immaculate, right? Maybe even leave these levels on there for Bitcoin, see if something like this could play out. Very, very nice. Anyways, I don't have really much to add for you guys on these earnings plays. I think we covered most of them, right? We've covered Vive, IoT, HPE. I think that's about it. Can't look at all of them. All right. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna end. Oh, actually, Mr. Latvian, now that I see it, before I end this, I see the VIP in the chat on YouTube talking about Upstart Holdings, UPST. Looks like this didn't have its earnings today, right? Not really sure why this entered the YouTube chat conversation, but I could maybe give a 2-second ID on this. Looks like a smash around $20 lower, brother. Alternatively, this is seriously gonna need to basically clear $84 as resistance. So again, doesn't really matter earnings or not, crypto or not. I'll look at a chart and put two levels on their quench style, right? You want to see either this or this. This here and this here are the best places to go long. That only really took a second there for UPST. Actually, maybe I need to put some alerts there, right? Maybe at some point, crossing up, crossing down. And that's how I'm always continuously year in, month out. I'm getting my alerts every day on TradingView. So that's how I kind of keep up. Thanks to everybody for the ticker suggestions. This is looks like I'm seeing what Mr. Latvian is saying with the curl up here, but anyways, those are the levels. Good. Look, I'll do this again, but this is really gonna be the last one for the person on YouTube asking about FTNT. Have no idea what you're talking about, sir. Let's see what we can figure out on this one. That is a nice breakout. Let's see how high this is gonna go. Let's place one level here at 83.77, where it would be a good buy. And then the level which you need to get above is $100. And if it gets above 100, you can look to target to 118. So that's an $18 move to the upside. And you could potentially, hypothetically, and possibly have your stop loss at half the move to the downside. So $9 below 100. Quick math, stop loss 91, entry at 100 when it flips support, and you're aiming for 118. If this does not get above 100, I think FTNT is a good buy or a good alert at 83.77. And if you want to know more, I mean, once again, you you get yourself into the Discord, and I'll literally take your hand, right? And I'll not press any buttons, but I'll try to make it obvious to you what I'm doing. There you go. Those are my quick thoughts on FTNT. Good. Not sure, right? Not this does not have its earnings today or anything. Also, that was just I think just a random ticker request. Good. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the Discord. I'll upload the recording, and thank you very much for your time. Bye-bye.